Hey guys, welcome to Counselors Connect, a format for all counselors, school counselors, mental health counselors, Christian counselors, school social workers, psychologists, any type of counseling that you do, this is the format for you. We are so honored to have the beautiful and the wonderful Bianca Hannon with us tonight. We thank you, Bianca, for joining us. We know that you are truly busy and you have a busy schedule, and we thank you for taking this moment and this time to be with us. Welcome, Bianca.
Hi guys.
Yeah, so Bianca, I want you to just talk to us and just get comfortable. You are now in Counselors Connect world with us. Just share. Don't hold back. I had some guests on here that literally just came on here and just like said whatever they felt. So this is the moment where you could just share and let other social workers, let other people know, therapists, counselors know, how you really are passionate about what you do and how you can motivate other people. So let me get to the first question. I want you to tell us about yourself and what you do for a living.
Yeah, sure. So, I am a social worker, and that is a broad term, right? So, I had started out as a therapist. I was also a case manager for about 3 years. Um, and now I am more so focused on mental health advocacy.
Okay.
Um, and just spreading the like word. So that is what I do now. Um,
Interesting.
and and yeah, I just might go back to therapy. Who knows yet what my life will look like, in a couple years.
Listen, come back. Come back to therapy world because
Of
it's
course,
needed.
it's needed. It's
It's needed,
needed.
and we need a lot of therapists. And I'm a big uh, speaker on this. We need a lot of therapists that look like us in this field,
Yes,
and there's not
we do.
enough. I mean, there's a lot
Yes,
of therapies that go on and a lot of counselors, but there's not enough therapists that are actually speaking the truth that look like us. And I feel like some people may want therapy, but they can't connect with the therapist.
of course.
If you know, so I want you to speak on that. Like, what do you feel as far as connecting and with people that look like you that are looking for a therapist?
Yeah, so I've had four therapists.
Okay.
All of them were black women. However, I did not honestly connect with two of them at all.
Okay. Okay.
Right? I had thought that just because one of them was like young and black and just really cool, um, we would have a great therapeutic relationship. However, that really did not go over so well. Yeah, it took me about 3 years to find a really good one who I like, and like I can talk to about literally anything, right? I can just let loose
Mm-hmm.
in therapy. And that's the goal, right? The goal is to just be able to be yourself,
Right.
just be able to be vulnerable.
Right.
And I mean, everybody won't be the right therapist for you, and that's fine.
Right.
So finding a therapist that works for you, that takes honestly a lot of work.
Time. Yes, it does.
um, it does, right? It takes time calling, having that first session or like first two or three just to see,
Right.
if the relationship is there. So,
Right. And that's so true because when I find when clients are looking for therapists and they're like, oh, she's because I add Christian counsel to mine as well. And a lot of people are big on having a Christian counselor that know
Definitely.
like God and that could, kind of inspire them in the way of the Bible and things like that. And there's a big need of Christian counselors as well. So when I put that on there, I'm like, I got flooded with a whole bunch of clients, and I'm like, okay. But again, even though you're a Christian counselor, that doesn't mean that someone could still connect with you that are looking, so like you said, it's you have to have that
Definitely.
session with them. You have to connect with them, especially in sessions, because if you're just, okay, I hear you, then they,
Yeah.
they want
Quiet
someone that is
time.
going to, exactly.
Right. Right.
So,
Right. Like,
yeah.
but see, too, that is hard, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
like, opening up to a complete stranger, that
Right.
is honestly difficult. So, I think, right, it is the therapist's job, right, to make clients feel um comfortable,
Right.
feel like, right, that feel like they can let loose. Also, too, therapists should be comfortable with silence, because everybody won't talk.
Yes.
Everybody will not tell you, right, their whole life story.
Right.
So, right, just be comfortable sitting in silence. And
Yes.
that is something that I learned early on. So,
Yes. 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 And it's funny because I'm a person that likes to talk and always likes to answer people like, oh, yeah, this is what you need to do. There was a point in my life, I think during grad school is when I learned that too. Like, no, you have to just let them talk, let them think about what they're saying, and then you say, what do you think you need to do? Because if we're
correct.
talking with them, they're not hearing nothing that we're saying. They're only hearing what they're saying and thinking what they're saying is what they need to do. But like you said,
Exactly.
sitting in silence and letting them listen to them speak and letting
Hmm.
them realize,
Hmm.
like, okay, we're still present. We hear you, but do you hear what you're
Hmm.
saying? Do you hear what you're
Hmm.
thinking?
For sure.
So
For
that is
sure.
so true. That is
Powerful.
so true.
It, it is. And also, therapists should oh my goodness, I just lost my train of thought, and
Let it come
it will
back.
come
Come on,
back.
this is good. Let it come back.
It will definitely come back to me. um it will. I'll let you know.
Yes, that's okay. That's okay. So I wanted to ask you, what is one of the most challenging things so far in your career that you had to face in this career?
One of the most challenging things that I've had to face is being a young Black woman who is so passionate about mental health, and sometimes, right, I am not being taken seriously because, right,
Preach,
I'm a
girl.
young Black
Preach.
woman. So, I mean, right, I have like all of these, well, excuse me, all of this like knowledge about like, oh, therapy and like mental health and like what works for teens and like white teens, versus Black teens versus Hispanic. Like, I have like literally a breadth of knowledge, and it's like sometimes when, right, you're not taken seriously, it does breed what's the word, it does breed
Pressure.
imposter syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you feel like, why am I even here? you know
Mm-hmm.
and I think that is part of the reason why I did leave therapy, right, because I really wasn't sure within myself, because
Mm-hmm.
of the pressures of like uh, the workplace, and those, right, who are older than me and just looking down on me.
And it's so funny that you said that because that's why I created this format. And I don't know if people from my job may watch this, but I work in an environment where there's all white people, Caucasians, um, that we all have the same degree. But I find that sitting in meetings, because we have our counseling meetings, and it's about maybe 7 of us, 7 counselors in the school that I'm at. And being the only black girl,
Oh wow, that is big.
yeah.
That's
So
big.
being the only black girl sitting at the table, without them even saying anything, I know they probably think like, oh man, we don't want April to feel awkward because everyone there has blue eyes, blonde hair, you know, they have conversations, you know, they have their little lunch dates. And then, not that I don't include myself, but it's just a little weird because I have no one to connect with where I work.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I have a few friends that I graduated with that are, you know, African American one, but it's maybe like 2 or 3 out of the program, out of maybe the 300 people that graduated. So it becomes frustrating to know, like, you know, where's the connection? How do we connect? Um, my ideas really don't matter. Oh, you're good. We'll get to that, but the next person, what they said is more valid because they look like me, you know?
Exactly.
So, like, what you're saying is so true. Like, it makes it hard. And it has us questioning, like, you know, is this the field that I'm supposed to be in? Because should I, you know, they don't look like me, you know, I'm younger. You know, I'm not sure how old you are, but, you know, everyone else is probably like in their 30s, well established, you know, they have more of a valid point of, you know, and
Right.
a broad spectrum of what they know. But no, Bianca, what you know is what you know, and you worked hard.
Actually did.
You worked hard at where you are, and my advice would be to not let no one deter what God has for you.
Nobody. Period. Yes.
Period. Poo. Nobody. And I heard you say earlier that you were thinking about going back into therapy, and it sounds
Yeah.
like your heart is there because there's a
It is
whole
there.
world out
It,
there. Like, I know some teenagers now that needs to connect with Bianca, that would, you know, with your wealth of knowledge, but because again you're scared because of what other people may say and what other people look like. But there's people that need to hear from you and need to receive your wealth of knowledge that you can share with them to help them with their journey.
from your mouth to God's ears, because you are not the first person to say that. Like you are probably like the 10th. Yeah, I've been told plenty that like I was meant to work with teenage girls and you
Mm-hmm.
know, young girls ages 18 to 21, right, just to help them with life, excuse me, with life transitions and
Mm-hmm.
you know, certain things. And I mean, I can do that, right? I can,
You can.
because yeah, because one, right, I have a story. I have a very powerful story actually.
Listen, we got
uh,
time. Go ahead.
right. Right, like I have, you know, I was there, right? I've been depressed. I have been bulimic. I've been fat shamed. I've been like I have been there, you know. Um I have lost friends. I have lost relationships. It's grief. Like I've been through the things, like a lot of things. And it's like just right with that, and then all of the things, you know, that I've learned both in grad school and right in my past job, right, for the last like 6 years. um I can definitely see myself doing like a annual, right, retreat for like young black
Yes.
women, you know, like
Yes.
I can see it, I can. And
Listen, let it
honestly,
manifest.
honestly, let me tell you, honestly though, I am in my own way, like literally it's me.
Yep.
Right, like everybody else, you know, they'll be like, oh, like that's great, right, you should do it, da da da. And I'm like, yeah, but someone else is doing it, you know. So I mean,
Girl.
what I will say, what I will say to the young, right, social workers out there, who are in grad school, um, you can do it, right? You chose this field for a reason. Um, you have your story, you know, you have your reasons. And I say to always keep that in the back of your head, because that is the only thing that will push you and just keep you going in this field that is, honestly, I mean, I'm not sure how, like, how far I can get, but like honestly, a like whitewash field, filled with white women who want to save all the black and brown children. And it's like they can't tell our kids how to be saved. They can't really help our kids because they are our kids. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Exactly.
They are going through our struggles, not
Right.
theirs. They
Exactly.
have the
They can't
lens
connect
of
with them.
privilege. Right, they have the lens of like privilege, and we don't.
Right.
We just don't. So I mean,
And you said
yeah.
it. You said a good thing, because you said that you're not sure how far you can go. That's why you have to create your own. And actually, one of the
Yeah.
questions that I had for you was, what sets you apart from the other social workers? But you pretty much answered that. Like, you have to, there's so many things, and like I'm hearing you speaking, I'm like, I'm getting excited for you, because I'm like, there's so much inside of you, Bianca, that you need to let
There.
out. And it might not be in your workplace, it might not be with your coworkers. You now have to create something for them, like you said, a retreat. I would be so down. Naomi, she's 13 years old. I would be so
Yeah.
down to sign her up with the quickness, and my nieces. There's so many people that need, because listen, my kids is pretty much in, like, they have all white educators, so they don't, again, they're not being connected with people that look like them. So if we have to fly down
Correct.
to Georgia to come to your retreat, there's things that I feel like, as parents that has kids, will do things like that to save their children.
Of course. Of
So,
course.
like, as you spoke about that retreat, you're sitting on an idea that is
I am.
destined to be a lifesaver for so many children. For so many children. So you can't box yourself in and be afraid, because you feel like they're not going to accept what you're going to bring to the table. No, listen, you got to create these opportunities for you outside of the workplace. That's what we got to
You're
do.
right. You, you're
And
right.
I'm excited about this retreat. I can't listen, ladies and gentlemen. Bianca is coming out. I don't know what year. Hopefully not too long from now. Listen, if anything, I'm gonna do, I'm gonna motivate, inspire, and empower people on
Yeah.
anywhere I go. That's what I do. So, Bianca, I'm asking you
So do I.
to start this retreat, because I know a lot of people, even not even children, but even young women that need it. So
Yeah.
I'll be on the lookout for that. I'll be on the lookout for that. I sure will be.
For sure.
um,
For sure. And see, right, the thing is too, I can motivate anybody else, literally everybody else.
mm-hmm.
When it comes to like myself, I'm like, you know,
You
hold
second
on.
guess.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
But why is that? Why do you second guess yourself?
Child, that's a whole therapy session right there in its own. That's it right there.
Like, and one thing I admire about you, Bianca, I have to say, you are probably one of the most confident people that I know. I'm like, ooh, this girl's attitude, her confidence level is like on 1,000. It's on 1,000. Like, I'm like, I need that confidence, because it's, and I feel like too, when you're so confident, like, no, you're a force to be reckoned with. No one could stop you. And that's another thing why people could be afraid. And I think why you may think in your mind like, oh, I'm afraid, but no, you're a force, girl. You are a whole force by yourself.
Thank you.
You
Thank
are
you. Thank you.
Bianca, okay?
That is me. That's right.
Listen, comma MSW. Like, they listen. You listen. You're a whole bag, okay? You're a whole bag. So
Thank
listen.
you. Thank you,
Listen.
cousin.
Yes, cousin. Yes, for everyone that does not know, I did not put this in introduction because I wasn't sure, people be like, but Bianca she is my cousin. Bianca, tell the people where you're from.
So, I'm from Queens, New York, but I moved to ATL
ATL
13,
Shouter.
14.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, me and Jasmine, we looking to move down there, so move over for us because we coming down there.
Both of y'all?
Yeah, we want to. Yeah, we want to relocate because we like ATL.
Really?
Yes,
Say
we like
less.
ATL. We like ATL. So again, we just not sure when the move is gonna happen, but we speaking it. We'll move when you start the retreat.
All right. All right.
So
That works.
whenever the retreat, so you can't prolong it. So whenever you start the retreat,
I'm
we'll
not.
start looking
I'm
into
not.
moving down there. That's the deal. That's
Okay.
the deal.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
It is. It
Yeah.
is.
So I want to ask you this. Because I know you kind of like encourage the young social workers. I wanted to ask you, what is some of the rewarding things that you find in your field that you're doing right now?
How broad, right? How broad social work is. Like, I can work literally anywhere. I can do anything.
Wow.
Right? I have so many skills in
Mm-hmm.
research, right? Data, analyst, um, therapy, right? Grant writing. Like, I am skilled in so many things because of my social work
Wow.
background. So
Wow. That's
yeah, I
that's
love it.
that's
I love
amazing.
it.
So out of all the things that you just named, what is one thing that you really like horn in on and like this is like it, this is my baby, like I can either you write for days, you can do therapy for days, like what is one of your best like skill sets in social work?
Mental health advocacy. So
Okay.
just making sure that I have some part of like mental health what's the word? Awareness, right? In my daily work.
Okay.
You know, cuz now, right? I am a grant writer, and I also help to plan like really large conferences.
Wow.
um,
Well,
yeah,
listen, hold on, pin it there. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all see this? Y'all see this? Hold on, the screen gonna come over in a second. Hold on. Mental health and wealth brunch,
that's right.
April 1st, 2023. So Bianca, you said you playing what kind of events? Listen, we gonna have to talk, okay? Because listen, we want this mental health to be to. I mean, honestly, because this is my first event, but You're Beautiful has been with me forever. This is my baby. So listen, if you
Yeah,
know how to get to the bag, Bianca, I'm gonna need you on the team. Okay,
I got
listen,
you.
I'm gonna need you on the team to get to this
I got.
bag. Okay.
I, it's and it's like this is right a skill that I never knew I had until I started my
Tapping
job.
into it.
Right, and it's like, yeah, I love planning all of the programmatic
Wow.
pieces and
Hmm.
right getting like sponsors and things like I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it's some hard work. Like, it
Hmm.
is a lot of work.
Right.
However, when you see the like final product, it is honestly beautiful.
Wow.
Honestly, just great. amazing.
I'm sitting here listening to you talk because I remember you with like the little braids and the little, clips. And I'm like, to see all that has been developed and you're still evolving because there's still
I
more that you're going to tap into, that you're going to realize like, wow, I have this skill I can do. I am so amazed and so honored to have you as my cousin. Like this is, and you're and to top it off, you're the first guest for the year and to be
that's right.
empowered. Like, come on, like, and right now you're empowering me. I'm like, what else do I have to offer? Like, what else do I need to tap into that the world needs
That's
to
it.
see?
Yeah.
Like, you're
Yeah.
Bianca, you're a problem, as they would say. You're a problem, Oh my goodness, guys, listen. Ooh, I'm like I am full right now with everything that you're sharing because there's so many young people that are afraid to tap in and to really evolve. And you're literally evolving and growing and you're sharing and you're thriving and you're just beginning.
That's
You're
it.
you're
This
just
this is
beginning.
all the beginning,
Yo, you
And
I'm
see,
so
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something because everything happens for a reason. Like, thank you,
yes.
God. Okay. I am learning, right, the ways of like project management and like, right, how to run a non-profit now,
Right.
right? And like when I do this annual retreat, with the sponsors and the grants and the, like it'll all be just amazing, right?
It's
It'll all flow as it should, and it's like everything that I've done, it has led me to this point here, and it's like there is way more to like unpack and just unlock,
yes.
because I mean, hey, we all have so many skills that we have no clue what they are.
Yes. Yep.
We don't know, and it's like early on, early on in my, excuse me, in my career,
Mhm.
somebody said I should say yes to every single right opportunity,
Mm.
and I do. I say yes to everything,
Yep.
every single thing. I will do it. Why?
As
Because
you
that
should.
is right. That is one way for me to learn. Learn, grow. Learn a new skill
Mhm.
that excuse me, that might help me. In my next job.
Yes.
Or right when I start my own business. Hint, hint. Right.
Mhm.
No one knows when
It's coming.
when right. No one knows, right, if my blog will turn into something bigger. Who
Right.
knows? Like, but like I'm here doing all of these things because one, I know how to, and two, I like it, and plus it can manifest into something greater,
Right.
greater
Amen.
than me, because yes, like my true passion is mental health for young women. Like that
Mm.
is my true passion. Young black women, let me
Yes.
clarify.
Yes.
Because right, I believe that black women go through, I don't want to say mental illness, but like we do go through certain things
We do.
differently. So like, right? And I mean, I know that firsthand, being the strong friend, being the child, right, who just has all of these, uh, all of the, excuse me, all of these degrees,
Mhm.
being that sibling, it's just we have so much pressures on
Yes.
us as black women.
We
We
do.
are forced to wear many hats,
Yes.
you know? So it's like, we don't have time to be depressed. We don't have time, right, for that like self-care Sunday, or that 10-day vacay that we so desperately need, right?
Yes.
With you know what I'm
So
saying?
true.
Like,
Which I need right now,
we
by the
don't,
way.
hello, me too. But it's like, we don't have time for that,
Mm-hmm.
because we have to be this person, that person, right? Mom, aunt, sister, brother, worker, business owner, wife. And then it's like, what about us?
Yep. Yep.
So,
And you're just flowing right into my questions. You literally just flow into my questions. I was actually going to ask you a two-part question. What does self-care look like for you, and what do you do for self-care?
yeah, self care took a while for me to even do,
Mm-hmm.
even like think about. It took a while.
Okay.
However, now, right, I will literally lay down on my couch and just watch my. I can't say favorite show because I have like so many, but like, right,
Yes.
I would rewatch like Martin or like Fresh Prince, like
Yes. Mm-hmm.
just those feel good shows.
Yes. Yes.
Love that.
Yes.
And two, sometimes, I would just do, honestly, doing my skincare routine is like my self care. It
Mm-hmm.
is so just relaxing,
Mm-hmm.
you know, doing like my hair,
Mm-hmm.
makeup, anything that makes me feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is my self care. And I honestly try to do at least 10 minutes per day of just
That's good.
like me time,
Right. That's good.
So yeah,
And I find like
that works.
I feel like a lot of people are just now getting and being aware of self care. Because I
Of
see
course.
it's a lot of people that promote about it, like self care Sundays, and
Of
I tell
course. Of
everyone
course.
that self care
It's
is
like a buzzword
right,
almost.
and I feel like you said, like you just said, every day for 10 minutes you try to make some time. Self care is every day. It's not just
Every
one day a week for when you go get your nails done or get your hair done. No, self care should be done every day,
every day.
even if you
And
find 5 minutes.
right. And I mean, life is way too short. I am not gonna spend it, unhappy. That's just insane to me. Like, no,
So,
I
come
will
on,
do something, okay? I'll do something every single day to make me happy.
yep,
At least one thing. You know what I'm
yes,
saying? At
even if it's eating
least.
that bad snack.
Okay, shoot. If you want the donut or the chocolate, have
Come on
at
here.
it. Why
Come on
not?
here.
So I mean, and two, right? And I will say recently, in the past like 3 months,
Mm-hmm.
um I've been going to the gym, and that has
Yes.
helped tremendously. Like,
Yes.
that has helped me tremendously, honestly, because like my time the my time that I spend in the sauna, that is when I talk with God. Like, I feel
Mm-hmm.
like that is the perfect time, right? Because normally, right, it is just me,
Yes.
okay, in the sauna. So I mean, perfect time, just
Mm-hmm.
to relax and
Yep.
just talk to him,
Exactly. Let your
And
hair
yeah,
down.
it's just
Yep.
that's it, and like, that is self-care, when like when you can be completely yourself,
Mm-hmm.
no mask, no nothing, no like
Yep.
fake smile, no nothing, you know
Right.
and just be you and just do what you want to do.
And to add to everything that you're saying, I also feel like self care allows you to be open minded on your next step for the next 10 minutes. Because sometimes if you're like overly stressed, like if you had a really stressful day at work, and let's say like you may go to the sauna, you may say, okay, God, this next 10 minutes, I need you to redirect me on what I need to say. Either let's say to your boss when you go back to work tomorrow, but it literally, those 10 minutes that you need for your self care will literally have you redirect your next moments that you're going to say to people. Because listen,
No,
sometimes
you
our
don't.
words, if we don't think, we'll react. So them 10 minutes is needed, is necessary.
It is needed. It is almost like a reset.
Yes, exactly.
Just to reset your mind, body, spirit.
Yes, exactly. So
So
self care reset. We just changed it for 2023, y'all. Self care
that's
reset. Okay, that's the new hashtag. Self care
yes.
reset. But Bianca,
For,
I just want to thank you so much for spending time with me today on Counselors Connect. You
of course.
have literally inspired me and empowered me to dig a little deeper into everything that God wants me to do as it pertains to counseling, because I know that there's so much more, because there's a broad spectrum out there of so many people that need mental health, that need counseling in every area, whether it's with therapists, with school counselor, wherever.
Mhm.
It's so many people doing it. But creating our own avenues is where I feel like God is taking this culture. And I'm
That
excited for your annual retreat that's going to happen. And
it is.
anything you need me to do, let me know.
I
And ladies
got
and
you.
gentlemen, I want to let you guys know that we may be adding another speaker to our mental health brunch. I can't give y'all too many details now, but this speaker that's on here today, she may be joining us. I don't know yet. She hasn't told us yet, but she may be flying out from Georgia to be with us. So y'all had the first taste here on Counselors Connect.
That's
So
it.
she may be coming and being with us, being one of our panel speakers. She's going to give us a confirmation and be added to the flyer, but I can't let y'all know that yet. Y'all got to just stay with the page and just follow and see what's going on. Bianca, before we go, I want you to tell the people, because I know you mentioned about your blog earlier. Tell us
Yes,
about your
yes.
blog, where we can find you, what to look out for, what's coming out for 2023. Get us excited and let us know your hashtags, your handles. I'm going to also put it in the video and all of the promotion. So let us know where we can find you and what you got going on.
Yeah, sure. So my blog will be relaunching February 16th, and that just so happens to be my birthday.
Yeah.
Um,
Come on, get it.
uh, um, yeah, right. It is called 6 a.m. Thoughts.
Mm.
Right. Stay tuned. Um, cause yeah, mental health is just everything. And right, I am so glad this is even right on the forefront, because I mean, going through so many things by yourself, you don't have to. You don't.
Yes, you don't have to.
Um, so yes. Uh yeah, like I said, that blog will be relaunching February 16th. Stay tuned.
Yes, stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Again, thank you for joining us on Counselors Connect. You could check out all of our videos on YouTube. Our hashtag handle is You Are Beautiful Inc. LLC on YouTube. We will put all of Bianca's information on our video so you guys could follow her, subscribe, follow her 6 a.m. Thoughts blog, get to know her, comment, share, and just be a part of what's going on with mental health. She has an annual, she ain't said it yet, but she has an annual retreat that she's getting ready to put out. I'm going to push it. We're going to talk about it. When she starts it, she's going to come back on here, share it. We're going to go down there,
Yeah.
do some content. Listen, it's all
Yes,
about
yes.
building. We're gonna be building up this mental health together. It's a
We
family
are.
connected of mental health and leaders, and we are here to change the world. And listen, we hope that you were blessed by something that was said today. Drop a comment, subscribe. We love you guys. Counselors
Thank
Connect.
you.
Bye.
Bye.